This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, we are installing Apache web server. How to install Apache web server? Go to the Google and download the package. Type download Apache web server. Here we have a first result. Go to that. Here Apache HTTP server 2.4.57 is the latest version. Okay, this is the latest version we have. If you want to download, you can download. Otherwise, if you want old one, old Apache, you can type particular version here. But I am going to download a new version, latest version, HTTP d 2.4.57. The file extension I am downloading tar.gz file. tar.gz file. Click on that, it will download. Okay, it is downloaded. Now go to the WinSCP and copy the softwares into Linux machine. Take IP address, config, this is IP, click on new site. Okay, it is connected. Go to the temp directory. Okay, now copy the software from local to remote. It is Apache web server. Which version download? I downloaded 2.4.57. This is the file. I will wrap into temp directory. Okay, and I will copy the war file or YAR file into temp directory again. Okay, okay, I will close this. Yes, I have downloaded the Apache web server and I copied into Linux server by using WinSCP. Okay, go to the temp directory and verify the software is copied or not. Yes, HTTPD 2.4.57 tar.gz file is copied and supermarket application also I copied. Okay, now I will copy the software from this location to target location where I want to install Apache web server. Okay, I want to install this in OPT directory. Okay, so I will do cpy command to copy the file or directory cp httpd. I'm in current location. Just I have given file name. If you're on another directory, you have to provide the full path where the file is available. Okay, where I have to copy under OPT. It is copied. Okay, fine. Go to the OPT. Here I have a Apache web server software. Now I provide the permissions to that chmod. I will provide the full permissions 777 http need 2 dot 4 tar dot digit is the binary type of the binary. Okay, file extension is tar.digit. Provide the file permissions. Now I will install the Apache web server. How to install? If it is the file extension or file binary is tar.gz, tar.gz means you have to use a command to extract it. Tar command, okay? Tar hyphen xzvf xzvf httpd 2.4.57.tar.gz tar.xzvf to extract a tar.gz file. Okay, enter. It is extracted. Clear the screen. Okay, and verify. It is installed. Now, what I will do, I will open this directory. I will check the directories inside of that. Yeah, we have a lot of directories and files here, but I could see there is no sufficient permissions for this. I want to provide the permissions to all of the directories and files. Okay, let's say at a time. What to do? Chmod. I will give -r means recursively. So what are the files and directories are available in this? If any of the directories having multiple directories or files inside of the directory, so all the files and directories, the permission will be changed. Chmod -r, I'll give 777 space star. To give star means where you are using the directory. Presently you are where in the mission, which path you are there. In that path, all the files and directories permissions will be changed. Okay, star means now check it. Here all the permissions changed. Okay, so once we extracted it, we have to configure Apache web server. How to configure? Okay, we have to use three commands. Okay, first download Apache Apache from internet. Next, install Apache by using r-xzf httpd 2.4.57.gz. Once it is installed, we have to configure the Apache web server. How to configure? By using configure command. Okay, to configure, execute a command. Go to the Apache home, then execute a command. Execute a command. // configure space hyphen prefix is equal to double quotes opt web server where you want to install Apache web server. That path you have to specify. Web server forward slash web server name is Apache. Okay, this is a command. After that, you have to execute a command make again execute a command make install. With the help of three commands, we can install Apache web server. Okay. Now I will do the same thing. pwd. Currently I am under Apache home directory. I will execute a command now. Dot forward slash configure hyphen prefix is equal to double quotes opt web server Apache. Enter. Okay. Configure command is there or not? Let's see. Okay. Permissions are different. We have to change it to root directory. How to change the permissions to root directory? Go back on directory and check what is the permissions it is having. Okay. This is latest version. Maybe some defects are there. If it is not installed, we will go for a old version of install, old version of Apache Web Server installation. Okay. Now I will change the permissions by using ch1 command. ch1. I want to change the ownership of a file. The ownership, all the files are having root is the ownership. This file is not having ownership of root. Now I will change the permissions to root. How to change it? ch1 h1 hyphen capital R. Okay. So owner name. Okay, root again root group name also root. Here you have to give a directory name. Permissions has been changed to root. Go to the stdpd home. Here all the directories has been changed. Change it to root directory. Now let's go to the same command configure configure hyphen prefix is equal to location where you want to install Apache web server. Okay, it is not installing. Okay, leave it because it is the latest version. Maybe some defects are there. Okay, I can remove this latest version which I have installed. Now I will go to install Apache old version Apache 2.22.gz file. Okay, I will extract it by using tar hyphen xzvf http 2.2.22.tar.gz. Okay, this is the ownership of this file ch1 hyphen capital R. Okay, root colon root. The permissions has ownership has been changed. Change the permissions as well. Chmod hyphen capital. Okay, chmod hyphen capital R 7. first repeat 2.2.22. Okay. Now I will install Apache web server, configure, configure config is equal to opt web server Apache. Okay, it is configuring. Wait for 3 minutes. Actually, web server will take more time to install, but you have to use simple commands to install Apache web server. Only three commands. Okay, it is configured. Now execute a command make enter. Okay. Now if the command make install. Okay, it is installed. Now go and verify. Go back on directory. Here web server directory has been created. So what is the command we passed here? Under OPT web server, where we have to install Apache web server. Under OPT web server Apache. Here this needs to be installed. Go to the web server, and here we have a Apache. Okay. If you go to the Apache, you can see Apache home. Under Apache, this is called Apache home. Under Apache home, you can see all the directories and files. So you can use bin directory. Okay, bin directory. We have modules, errors, logs directory, errors directory, lib directory, stocks directory. Okay, we have a lot of directories. You can go and verify logs directory. There is no logs because we did not start Apache as of now. Okay, Apache web server we did not start it as of now. Okay, if you go to the bin directory, so we know that if you want to start any of the server, application server, web server, we have to go to the bin directory. Okay, so here we have a lot of executable files. We can use Apache home bin directory to start the Apache web server. We can start Apache now. Okay, before starting Apache, we have to test it whether all the syntax are correct or not. All the syntax is correct or not by executing a command /apache ctl apache ctl hyphen t apache ctl hyphen small t. Okay. You can see that syntax okay. So this is related to could not reliable determine the server's fully qualified domain name using localhost local domain for server name means it is related to your host name setup. We can set up that later. Okay, we have installed Apache web server and syntax is also okay. Now I will start the Apache web server. How to start it? Apache ctl hyphen k start. We give hyphen k means possibly it will start. Okay. Okay. Now check the status of Apache web server is started or not by using ps hyphen ef hyphen httpd httpd. You can see the Apache daemons. Apache daemons means instances. Apache instances are started. Okay. If you want to stop Apache web server, how to stop it? Instead of giving start, you can give stop. Okay. Now you could command ps hyphen ef grep httpd. No process is running. Okay. Start it. Okay. Once you started, check. You can check is working fine or not. How to check it? Before checking that, okay, go to the Apache home. Go to the conf directory. Here we have a httpd.conf file. Open the httpd.conf file. Okay, more command httpd.conf file. Here we can see that Port number, Apache Web Server port number is 80. By default, Apache Web Server port number is 80. Okay, so you can use 80 port number to access the console, not console. To test it, the console, we have to use 80 port number. Okay, so it is working or not, we have to verify. And the port number is by default, it is 80 is the port number. Okay, now I will access it in admin console. Application Firefox. I try to access http colon double forward slash localhost colon 80. Okay, we got message like it works. If you see this message, if it works means Apache web server is working fine without any errors. Okay, Apache web server is working. When you started Apache web server, go to the logs and verify. Logs under logs, earlier is no log has been created. Now go to the logs and verify. See access.log, error.log, http process id.log. What is there in http process process id? Okay, process id. Okay, process id. Whenever you start the Apache web server, for each instance, one process id will be created. That process id has been loaded in http.pid. So whenever you stop and start, the process id will be changed here. Okay, access.log, error.log. If you access any app application, access.log will be loaded. If any errors, this file will be loaded. Error.log file. You have to check your both the logs and you have to troubleshoot the issue. Okay. We have installed Apache web server. Okay. We have to integrate Apache web server with the jboss application server. How to integrate it? So why you're integrating Apache web server with jboss application server? Actually, here I can say one thing. Okay. We have three types of cluster in JBoss. Okay, in JBoss we have three types of clusters. First one is called mode JK, mode JK cluster. Second one is mode proxy. Third one is mode cluster, mode cluster. Okay, so these are the types of clusters we have in JBoss application server. Okay, so for mode JK configuration, mode JK cluster configuration, we have to install Apache web server. Apache web server will support for mode JK cluster configuration. Okay, now to configure mode JK cluster configuration, we install Apache web server. Okay, install Apache web server. We know that integrating means we have to combine Apache and web servers, Apache web server and JBoss application server. We have to tell to the JBoss application server, this is my Apache web server. You can use it. So how to integrate Apache web server with JBoss application server? Okay, so we have installed Apache web server. We have tested it. It is working fine. No issues. Now, what I will do? Go to the Apache web server. Here, if you want to provide a communication between Apache web server and JBoss application server, we need one of the connector between app server and web server. The connector is available in Tomcat connectors, Apache Tomcat connectors. So we have to install Tomcat connectors now. Okay. So which file will be useful to communicate between app server and web server? Once I install this, I will explain you. Okay. Now Tomcat connectors 1.2.42. Okay. I have provided the permissions to that. Now I will extract it. Okay. tar hyphen xzvf zvf tomcat characters 1.2.42 hyphen src.tar.gz file. It is extracted. Once it is extracted, we have to give one command is called go to the let's say another thing. Go to the tomcat connectors. This is the tomcat connectors. Okay. We'll change the ownership of that. Zone hyphen capital R wrote run road. Okay. Provide the permissions to that. Two permissions. Okay. Now go to the Tomcat connectors 1.2.42. Here, you can check that we have already we have a configured conab directory, native directory. Go to the native directory, native directory. Here we have a configure command. We have to use that. Dot forward slash con, sorry configure configure hyphen 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 with hyphen apxs hyphen with apxs is equal to double quotes under opt. They provide the where Apache web server is installed. Web server forward slash Apache Apache build. We have a AP access. So here hyphen with AP access. I am taking the path. So AP access file is available. AP access file is available under opt web server Apache bin directory, Apache home bin directory. It will be available. I have to provide that path to configure it. Okay. Enter. Okay. Give make command again. Okay. Clear the screen. Give make command. Okay. Make is completed. You can give a make install. Make install. Make install. Okay, backend is also completed. One second. Okay, now we have configured Tomcat connectors. Once you done make install, you can see here under OPT web server Apache modules directory, modejk.so file is created. Modejk.so file is created. For modejk cluster, we need this file. So to need this file, we have configured Apache Tomcat connectors. Okay, so we will use modejk.so file to connect jboss with the Apache web server. Okay, what modjk.so file will do? Modjk.so file is the mediator between app server and web server. Okay, this modjk.so file will communicate app server and web server. Okay, so we have configured in Apache Tomcat connectors. We have modjk.so file. We have to tell this information to web server. How to do that? How to do that? First of all, go to the Apache web server now. No need Tomcat connectors. Okay, we don't want Tomcat connectors hereafter. We have to use Apache web server and Apache uh, JBoss application server. Go to the Apache web server. Go to the web server. Go to Apache. Here we have a directory called connect directory. Connect directory. We have a http.conf file. Take a backup of existing or original http.conf file. http.conf http.conf underscore backup. We put it is backup. I am doing the changes in http.conf file. Okay. So in http.conf file, I am doing the changes. So I will open the file using va editor command va space httpd.conf. Okay. Now here I have a listening port 80, which is okay. Here server admin, I can give local IP address. What is IP? 127.0.0.1. Okay. Next, server name. Server name also I can give. Server name can give IP address colon 80. 127.0.0.1. Here we have to add a modules. We have to add a modules that is called a load module. LOAD load. Capital MODULES modules. Load module. Load module. The module is jk module, jk underscore module, jk underscore module forward slash opt. So where your modjk.so file is available, that path we have to specify. Okay. In Apache Tomcat connectors, so whenever you do that, you can see that where the Tomcat connectors, where the modjk.so file is available, that path we have to specify here. Okay. Under opt, web server, Apache, modules directly, we have modjk.so file. We'll verify that once, okay, once it is done. Okay, okay, file, escape, colon, wq, exclamation symbol to save the file. Now go to the bin directory, Apache home bin directory. It should take command apache ctl -t. Now syntax is okay, there is no issues. Okay, so whenever you do the configuration changes in the HTTP conf file, we have to check Apache ctl -t. The syntax is okay or not. If there is any issues, it will display here. We have to rectify it. Okay. Now to integrate Apache with JBoss application server, first of all, go and verify. You have to see right that where the space modules we have a modjk.so file. So we are specifying this path. We are specifying this path in HTTP conf file. Load module. The module name is jk module. Okay. Here we are specifying modjk.so file where the jk module file is available. That path we are specifying and the file name also is specifying there in HTTP conf file. Okay. And what to do now? So we have to integrate Apache with JBoss application server. So now we have a mediator between web server and web server, but we have to do some configuration changes in web server level. Web server level. So what are those configurations? So we have to create three files. We have to create three files in Apache web server connect directory. Apache connect. Okay. Here we have to create three files. The file is called workers. We have to I can use VI editor command or touch command also can use. I will use VI editor, VI space workers, workers dot properties, workers dot properties, escape colon WQ. Cutter properties file has been created, and again we have to create one more on two files, modjk.conf file, VI space mod hyphen jk.conf, modjk.conf, escape colon WQ. Modjk.conf file has been created. Next file is called URI worker map.properties file. Okay, VI URI worker URI worker map dot properties, worker map dot properties. escape colon wq. Okay, we have created three files. We have to add the content in three files. In worker properties file, we have to add a jboss node information. Okay, so what is information we have to add? You can get this information from Google Apps as well. Okay, let me open that file. Okay, so we have to add this content into worker properties file. Okay, copy this, go to the new directory, open the worker store properties file. We want to add content into the file. How to add it? By using VA editor. VA space worker start properties file. Enter. Press I button to insert a content. Right click. Okay. Content has been added. Escape colon WQ exclamation symbol. If you want to check the content is added or not, use cat command cat workers properties file. We will display the total content what you have added. Okay. Next. So what is this information actually? Worker properties file, workers list failover. Okay. Workers node one. This is node two. What is this? So here we're giving JBoss application server details. Okay. Node one port number. This is a AJP connector port number. AJP with the help of connectors. JBoss connectors will communicate. Okay. So here we are giving port number 8809. 8809 is for jboss first node AJP connector port number. Okay, we have to make some changes. Okay, we'll do one now only workers properties file. Okay, after that we have to provide the host name and IP address. We provide IP address as a local IP address 127.0.0.1. Okay, type of the connector AJP ping mode A load balancer factor 1. Okay, and second node AJP connector port number 8909. Host name you have to change here 127.0.0.1. I will change it to and for connector type and ping mode A and IV factor LB factor. Okay, LB factor load balancer. L means load balancer. Okay, here you can see that worker dot load balancer dot type is equal to what it is load balancer. LB means load balancer. Workers dot load balancer dot balancer underscore workers is equal to how many nodes we want to use in cluster. That details you have to specify. Node 1, node 2, node 3. Okay, node 1, node 2, node 3 you have to specify here. And workers dot load balancer sticky session false. Okay, if you enable sticky session also no problem, we can enable it. Say we will tell that what is sticky session. Worker.list load balancer type. Okay, escape colon WQ. So it is saved. Now append the text into modjk.conf file. Okay, open the modjk.conf file. Modjk.conf file. Here we have to add a more checkout kind of a content. Okay, this is a more checkout kind of a content. We have to add it. Press I button to insert a content. Okay, so in Mojang kind of file, what you specify worker file. Okay, Mojang worker file. Under car name, we have worker properties file location. We have to specify where the worker properties file is available. That path we have to specify and Mojang logs. Okay, where Mojang logs needs to be created. That path we have to specify here and you are a worker mapped properties file. You are a worker mapped properties file path also we have to specify. Okay, this is log format actually. Log format will be like in type of okay log level, timestamp, log level. Okay, here, here we have a different format. Usually it will be like timestamp, log level, timestamp log level, then we have a log message. Here we have different, you can see that okay letter and log format also is given escape colon wq. Okay, now go, we have done changes in mojang.conf file. Go to the uri worker map properties file. In this file we have to add a load balancer details. Okay, precision set to add a content. Okay, load balancer details we have added escape colon wq, escape colon wq exclamation symbol. Okay, we have added content in three files. Okay, now what to do? So we have to specify where modejk.conf file is available. If you open modejk.conf file, okay, or character modejk.conf file, here we have specified worker properties file location. You are a worker member properties file location in this file. If you specify this file location, so it will take worker properties file and you are a worker member properties file. Both the files it will take whenever start Apache web server. So that you have to go to the http.conf file, httpd.conf file, go to the end of the file. Okay, here you can add the modjk.conf file location. You have to use node module command. Node module already done. You have to use include 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 base opt web server Apache under conf directory. We have created mod hyphen jk.conf. So escape colon escape, escape colon. Let me remove that line. Escape colon wq exclamation symbol. Go to the Apache bin directory, Apache home bin directory. Test Apache CTLI-20. Syntax is okay. Now I will stop the Apache web server. Apache CTL-K stop. Okay. You try to stop again. This showing that it is not running. ES-ER pipe grep HTTPD. I think it is not running. Now I will start it. Already. Okay, Apache is running. Check the syntax again. Apache CTLI-20. Syntax is okay. Okay. Now earlier we have accessed the application in cluster. We have accessed the application by using 8080 port number, HTTP port number, HTTP port number. So what is the port number you configure in JBoss application server? With the help of that port number, you access the application. Okay. If you go to the JBoss cluster, JBoss cluster, we have three nodes. Okay. Go to the JBoss node one, standalone configuration. Okay. View the file using more command standalone hyphen .xml file. Okay. This is not relevant. It is okay. Okay. You can see here. What is the port we are using here? 8080 port number to access application. So what is the application is deployed here? We want to verify that how to test it. Go to the deployments directory, standalone deployments, header app, header app, that war file is deployed. Okay, PWD. I will verify the second JBoss also. Okay, okay. In second JBoss also, it is deployed. Same application. Go to the third JBoss node. Here also it is deployed. Now I will start the JBoss cluster members one by one. JBoss no, I have to go to JBoss. cd jboss first jboss node 3 go to the bin directory. Okay, and I'm on jboss node 1, node 2, node 3 home bin directory. I will start the first jboss node. Already we know that how to start first jboss node. If you give is the command, you will get the commands. Okay, history. Okay, this is the command I have used earlier to start a JBoss first node. Okay, with the default port numbers. I am starting with I use the address symbol to run the process in backend. Okay, here I will give the history to start the second JBoss node. I will give this command 100 is the offset port number. It is starting with I will start the third JBoss node. And give this port number, address symbol. Is the first JBoss node? Yeah, it is started. The application has been deployed. Okay, now what I will do, I will go to the admin console for the first JBoss node. Okay, take new tab, http colon double forward slash, okay, local master IP address, okay, colon 8080 forward slash, what is the context root of the application? Context root of the application, see, three nodes are communicating, okay, as we discussed previous class, three nodes have started working, so we can see that three nodes are communicating, okay, node 01, node 02, node 03, three nodes are there. What is the cluster count here? 3, okay. What is the context of the application? HRF is the context router. Can use the same thing, HRF, okay. Application is accessible via JBoss node 1. Now, http colon double forward slash localhost colon 8180. So if you see in second JBoss node, what is the port number? It is the HTTP port number it is using. 10090 is the admin console port number. What is the HTTP port number? 8180. 8180. 8180 forward slash HR app. Okay, it is working on second JBoss node also. HTTP colon forward slash localhost colon okay 8280 is the third JBoss node. HTTP port number HR app. Okay, Apache web service working fine. Okay, if you refresh it, you can see this. Okay, leave it. First JBoss node. First JBoss node is working. And the application also working fine. First JBoss node. Second JBoss node also 8180 it is working. Third JBoss node also is working. So how you are accessing the application as of now with the help of application server level. Application server level. Once you integrate Apache with JBoss application server, we have to access the application via Apache web server. How to access it? First of all, what is the Apache web server console? HTTP colon forward slash localhost colon 80 is the port number of Apache web server. Forward slash you have to give that's our app now. Now we're accessing the application via Apache web server. Okay, see, application is accessible via Apache web server. Apache web server. What is the port number I have used here? 80 is the port number. So application is accessible with the port number 80. So Apache web server is communicating to JBoss application server. How you know that it is communicating to a JBoss application server or not? Okay, we take one more session. Okay. Go to the Apache web server, Apache. Here we have logs. Go to the logs. Okay, go to the log. See, modjk.log also created. Modjk.log also created. So we have configured modjk.log file location in where we configured it. Where we configured this one in modjk.conf file. In modjk.conf file, we can configure this. Okay. Now access.log file is there. Okay. Open the access.log file by using the tail icon 100f access.log file. What it means? It will display the last 100 lines with running log file. Okay, you can see that whenever you hit the URL, whenever you hit the URL, the request will be forwarded to the web server. If you see 200 status code here, 200 status code here, the request is successfully reaching to the web server. Okay, web server, it will look for the resource. Okay, all the 200 status codes here. If it is application is available in the target location, application name is HRF. Available means it will redirect to where application is deployed, jboss standard deployment directory. It will look for that location. If it is available, again it will give the 200 status code. It is working. Now you can see that I will click view vacation schedule, get information. See what is this? Error, right? You can go here and verify. That is it. Okay. So because it is not a correct application, so just to testing the application. Okay. Remove that as servlet, give that href to href. Okay. Now I will deploy one more application. Okay. You can see what will happen. I will deploy supermarket war file, cp, the temp directory, supermarket at war file is there. Where opt, jboss cluster, jboss node 1, standalone deployments directory. I have to copy into deployments directory. I have copied. Again, I will do cp, do it in second jboss node as well. Node 2, I will do it in third jboss node as well. Okay, okay, some error. What is this? Illegal option. Okay, that is okay. That is which we access the application. Okay, I'll explain this later. Okay, supermarket application is deployed. The second node also it is deployed. Third also it is deployed. Now access the application supermarket. Instead of href, we can access the supermarket. Supermarket. Supermarket application is accessible in JBoss node. I will access the application in web server level. Supermarket. Okay, it is accessible via web server. Okay, now if I click on user login, okay, you can go and verify in web server logs. Okay, ls-lrt, okay, logs, tail hyphen 100f access.log file. What is application you are trying to access now? Supermarket. Okay, it is relating to supermarket application. It is available. Status code is 200. Okay, now I click on user login. Okay, if I give some username and password, I will give admin username, password, any of this password. Click on login. Okay, see what is this? Not found. Username is not found. You can see the same information here. You can see the same information here. It is redirected to supermarket application. You're trying to use user login page inside of the application, but you're getting what? 404 error. 404 means page not found error. Okay, we are getting 404. You can see the page here. What is the error getting? Not found. Okay, it is called page not found, 404 error. Okay, now go back. If you click on home page, if you click on admin login, you can see here, it is went to supermarket. Supermarket application is available. If you click on user login or admin login, go to here and give the username and password. So this is a test application. Okay, this is not like a real application. See here, what you given here, you trying to access a admin login, but It is not work. So we're getting 404. So any inside of the application, we have any issues, we are not responsible. We have to tell the application team to validate it. But application is working fine. So what is the user trying to access at what time? What is the error he is getting? We want to verify it. You have to check it in access.log file. Based on the error code, you will see that. Now I will stop one of the JBoss application server. We have three JBoss nodes. G Control C. Okay. First JBoss node is stopped. Okay. First JBoss node is stopped. This is the first JBoss node 8080 port number, right? Unable to connect the page. Okay. If you go and verify here, go and verify here, refresh it 503. Okay. Admin login. Now just can access the supermarket application. Application is accessible. Okay. First JBoss node is down. First JBoss node is down, but we're able to access the application via web server. Okay. Second JBoss node, it is what, okay, the HRF, this is HRF. I will access application supermarket. It is accessible. Here also will access application supermarket. It is accessible in second JBoss node and third JBoss node. I will stop second JBoss node as well here. Okay. I stop a second JBoss node as well here. Okay. Now go under search it. Second JBoss node is this one. Second JBoss node is not working. Means we are unable to access the application second JBoss node. Now refresh it. Supermarket. Why you're getting this error? 503 error. You can see that in same here in access data file 503 error. 503 error. So whatever user trying to access the application, what is the error is getting, we can see that in web server log. It is called access.log file. We are getting 500 error here. 503 error. Application servers are down. They are not working because application is deployed in application server level. The application server instance or JVMs are not available, so we're getting 500 error. We have another node right here, another node, JBoss node. It is working fine only. You can observe here, it is working fine only. We're able to access application third JBoss node, but in web server level, we done. We have only enabled two JBoss nodes. We go to the conf directory here. Open modject workers properties file. Okay, cat space workers properties file. Here we have allowed only two JBoss node. Third JBoss node has been commented. See, hash symbol if you give names, it will not work. It won't be work. Okay, we have to remove the hash symbol to keep up and running. Okay, fine. Now I will start one of the JBoss server now. You can see. Now node 3 and node 1 is available. Now access the application. Okay, this is node 1, right? Node 1, refresh it. Page is loading. Okay, go to the web server level, access application. It's working fine. So application is deployed application server level. If you get 500 error, means we have to verify the middle variant app or web instance are up and running or not. We have to verify. Okay, fine. Now I will stop. I will stop the Apache web server. We'll see what error we'll get. Okay, bin directory Apache CTL hyphen K stop. It stopped. PS hyphen E pipe grep HTTPD. Apache is not running. Now try to access the application. Okay, first jboss node. It is working. Why? It is working. JBoss nodes are up and running fine. First JBoss instance is up and running fine. Application server level it is okay. JBoss instances is up and running. So we can able to access the application from application server level. That is okay. Now, if you go to the web server level, actually we have integrated Apache with JBoss application server. If you access application, you see unable to connect. Unable to connect. Why you are getting this error? Because web server is down. Web server is down. If you start web server back, okay, started, you can refresh the page here. Page is loading. Okay, if you go to the access.log file, okay, go to the Apache logs, we have access.log file, tail icon under there, access.log file. You can see what is the option, what are the actions we perform application accessing level. So all the codes and error codes, status codes will be loaded here. Okay, supermarket we try to access. Okay, and here when we are getting the corner for error. Okay, 503 503 result, 400 error we have result. If I am trying to access the application, see here, supermarket is application. For example, I don't know the URL. Users will do like this only. Supermarket. Supermarket. I will give instead of R I forgot. I given this. What I am getting? 404 error. 404 error. If you go and verify here, see the same thing you're seeing here. What is error? 404. What is I'm trying to access? Supermarket. Now R is missing in this context root. Okay, we have to verify the context root and we have to provide the correct context root. If I give R and enter, application is accessible. Same thing will be captured. See, application is it is redirected. 302 means redirecting to application. URL redirection for 302 for URL redirection, 200 for success code. 404 is the error, 500 is the error, 503 also error. Okay. So these are the errors we have to troubleshoot and real time as well. One by one, where is the issue? We have at application server level and web server level, and if any communication is not there between app server and web server, we have to check modjk.log file. If you give cat modjk.log file, you can see that communication. See node 1 information, AJP connectors, node 2 information, status. communication, how it is sending communication, everything will be captured here. Okay. Web server level communication from web server level, it will take care. Merge data log file. What about application server? So application server level, we have to verify in server.log file only. Okay. And on nodes. Okay. Here we have server.log file. If you get it, if you open the command, okay, grep -i error server.log file. There is no errors. Okay. We will open use a cat command to open server.log file. So when jboss is started, how many cluster members are you running? You can see the all information here. Okay.